Driver tiredness and fatigue is a killer on our roads. Too many rollover crashes and head-on collisions are caused by drivers falling asleep behind the wheel. Signs of driver tiredness include struggling to keep the eyes open, yawning frequently, and slow reaction times. A tired driver may also wander across the centre line and drift across other lanes, over road markings, or follow other vehicles too closely and have trouble remembering the last few kilometres. Stop and rest before it is too late.
Good morning everyone. Today I will be talking about a very important topic, which is occupational safety, health and environment, or we call OSHE. OSHE is all about making sure that our workplace and surrounding are safe, healthy and protected from harm. It's include both for people and the environment. It's include creating rules, system and practice to prevent injuries, health risks and environmental damage. In Malaysia, OSHE is enforced through important law such as the Occupational Safety and Health Act, OSHA, 1994, the Factories and Machinery Act, 1967, and the Environmental Quality Act, 1974. These are managed by government agencies like DOSH and DOE. The needs for strong OSHE practice is especially clear in high-risk industry like transportation. Everyday worker and the public face danger from long driving hours, mechanical failures, changing weather and road condition. Even though we have rules in place, the very tragic incident that happened in 2025 show that there are still serious weaknesses in how safety is managed in the transportation sector. One breaking case happened in Malacca. A mother who was driving with her children experienced a micro-slip. She lost control of the car, causing an accident that killed her 2 child and injured 6 others. This case highlights a major issue in occupational health, driver fatigue, and the lack of proper rest. It shows that more must be done to raise awareness and manage risks, especially for long-distance drivers. Another terrible accident took place on the East-West Expressway in Gerik, involving a bus carrying 44 university students. Due to a brake system failure, the driver lost control and the crash claimed 15 lives. This incident shows how important it is to carry out regular vehicle maintenance and mechanical safety check before using, which are all part of OSHE's responsibility in managing operational risks. Lastly, in Johor, on the Second Link Expressway, another serious case happened when 3 motorcyclists fell after hitting a pothole. This report was shared by a member of the public who warned others about the pothole. This case shows how poor road condition and lack of road repair can put lives at risk. This is not only a road issue but also a failure in environmental safety, which is part of OSHE. Infrastructure maintenance is essential to keep everyone safe. All 3 of these real-life cases show that OSHE is not just for factories or workplace. It takes part of our everyday life. These accidents happen because of weak monitoring, poor communication about dangers, lack of enforcement, and low public awareness. These are all areas where OSHE can and must improve. With a proper system and education in place, lives are lost and tragedies happen that could have been avoided. To end my presentation, I want to emphasize one key message. OSHE is not just about following rules, it's about protecting people, saving lives, and making our environment safer for everyone, especially in transportation. Where the risks are high, we must put safety first. The recent tragedies in 2025 remind us that we must act now. We need OSHE to be at the front of a planning and operation because safety should never be an afterthought.
Today, I will continue to the 3 major factors will affect our transportation safety in Malaysia. So, the first one is inadequate infrastructure maintenance and road safety hazard. The first factor is related to our road, the very surface we rely on to get from place to place safely. So, poor maintenance pothole, cracked pavement and bad lighting are not just an inconvenience but they are a life-threatening hazard. And unfortunately, these issues are not rare. A strong example was reported in March 2025 when a pothole on a busy expressway endangered multiple road users, especially motorcycle. What makes it worse is that this hazard often go unresolved for a long period. Based on the latest JKR report and media coverage, Malaysia actually needs 4 billion every year just to maintain for the road properly, but only 1 million is allocated, which is just 25 of actual need. This funding gaps causes a delay and backlocks, making it hard to act on even the most basic safety concerns. Besides that, we also see delay from bureaucracy, weak monetary system, and slow response from a public complaint platform like hotline or mobile apps. So when there's no urgency, these risks stay on the road and so do the accidents. Number 2, mechanical deficiencies and failure of preventive maintenance. It's something we often forget until it's too late. Vehicle safety. Buses, lorries, and other commercial vehicles are required to go through safety inspection, but in reality, it doesn't always happen as it should. Take a bus crash in Gerik reported in June 2025. The likely causes: brake failure. Deaths point directly to the gap in the maintenance, one that could have been prevented. Although JPJ and Puspakom have a rule in place, including 6-month mandatory inspection, their capacity has been stretched. In fact, Puspakom recently had to stop walk-in inspection due to the overwhelmed demand, which raised concern about whether all vehicles are being inspected on time. On the operator side, some companies keep proper check just to keep up with the schedule or save money. When cost saving come before the safety, we put passenger at risk. This is not just about technical failure, it reflects a deeper issue when the safety is not treated as a non-negotiable property. Factor number 3 is human error and driver fatigue. Finally, the third factor is human error, particularly fatigue. A tragic incident happened in Malacca early this year, where a mother fell asleep while driving and caused a crash that killed her own child and injured others. It's a heartbreaking news, but sadly, it's not uncommon. Fatigue affects judgment, reaction time, and awareness. Research show that nearly 43% of Malaysian lorry drivers experience work related to fatigue. This is especially true for those who in logistics or who juggle for a long shift without enough rest. We do have a law like OSHA 1994 that applies to working hours for a commercial driver, but the enforcement is inconsistent. And for a private driver, there are basically no clear protection at all. On the top of that, public awareness about how dangerous fatigue can be is still low. Many people think it's fine to keep driving when you're tired, but it's only take for 1 second of microsleep can cause a crash. Without a proper rest area and public education, this problem will continue.
Next, I will explain the impact from selected current issue. First, let's look at the impact on individuals. Transportation-related accident can cause devastating physical injuries from fractures to spinal or brain trauma. These injuries often result in long-term disability or loss of independence, but the emotional toll is just as serious. Victims and their families often experience PTSD, anxiety, depression, and especially guilt, whether they were at fault or not. When the injured person is the main income earner, the family can face sudden financial hardship. High medical bills, therapy, and caregiving responsibility pile up. Over time, this can affect family relationship, lower quality of life, and create emotional burnout for caregivers. Next, the impact on communities. Accidents, especially fatal ones, cause collective grief and emotional shock. Events like the Gerik bus crash or the viral pothole incident in Johor lead to fear, frustration, and demand for better safety standards. Communities may become less confident in using public transportation, which increase private vehicle use, causing heavier traffic and more pollution. Emergency responders like hospitals, ambulance, police may become overwhelmed during major accidents, slowing down their ability to help in other situations. In the long term, medical and rescue operations strain medical budgets and delay development projects. Lastly, let's discuss the impact on organization. For transport companies, a single serious accident can destroy years of trust. Reputational damage leads to loss of customers, negative media attention, and tighter scrutiny. Legal consequences can include lawsuits, high insurance premiums, fines, and even license suspension. Inside the organization, poor safety culture leads to low morale and high staff turnover, especially if employees feel unsafe. Even government agencies like JPJ or DOJ can be criticized when their oversight fails, resulting in public backlash and pressure for reform.
Okay, now let's look at the first proposed solution, which is to strengthen and promote existing public reporting systems like the MyJalan apps. Even though Malaysia already has public reporting systems such as MyJalan and hotline under KKR and local authorities, many people either don't know about them or don't know how to use them effectively. To fix this, the government needs to raise public awareness by promoting this platform through schools, universities, TV, ads, and social media. For example, university students can be taught how to use the MyJalan app to report potholes they see on their way to class. When people know how to report road issues, we can act on them faster. It is also important that every report is followed up quickly and clearly. Users should get updates so they know the status of their report. This builds trust and encourages more people to take part. Besides that, the reporting system itself can be improved. Features like Faster upload speed, GPS tagging, and voice reporting can make it easier for people on the road to send in reports. By strengthening the system, we can reduce delays and solve problems before they lead to accident or serious injuries. The second solution is about enforcing driving safety laws more strictly. Many road accidents happen due to human error, like drowsy or fatigued driving, which is just as dangerous as drunk driving. One example is the tragic Malacca's case, where a toddler died because the driver, his mother, fell asleep behind the wheels. To prevent this, the government should create clear law about how many hours a person can drive without resting, especially for long distance or commercial drivers. Rest breaks should be made compulsory to avoid these preventable tragedies. Authorities should also require drivers, especially public transport operators, to keep digital logs of their rest period. This log can help monitor fatigue and improve safety. If someone breaks these rules, they should face penalties such as fines or even license suspension. Besides tired drivers, those who knowingly drive unsafe vehicle must also be held responsible. For instance, if a bus operator ignores faulty brakes and this leads to an accident, strict penalties should be applied. When we enforce safety laws seriously, drivers will be more careful and the numbers of accidents caused by carelessness will go down. The third solution is to strengthen and fully utilize patrol car to monitor road safety. This is a very practical and broad solution to reduce accidents caused by potholes, broken vehicle or sleepy drivers. Patrol cars should not only respond to emergency but also operate on a regular schedule to check road condition, vehicle safety and driver behavior in real time. Let's take pothole as an example. Patrol teams can quickly detect them and report the damage directly to Road Maintenance Authority. Faster reporting means faster repairs. Patrol officers can also spot vehicles that may have mechanical issue like overloaded buses or trucks. If they see smoke, sudden braking, or slow movement, like in the Gary crash, they can stop the vehicle for inspection or report it immediately. They also monitor drivers for signs of fatigue or distraction if a car is swerving, drifting across a lane, or driving unusually slowly. The patrol team can step in. This helps prevent accidents like the one in Malacca, where a sleepy driver caused a fatal crash. In short, patrol cars are like the eye and ears of road safety. By increasing their numbers, training officers to spot dangers, and making sure their reports lead to fast action, we can reduce accidents and save lives.
Now, I will be presenting the recommendation to improve road safety in Malaysia, especially related to OSHI issue in the transportation industry. Firstly, we recommend the creation of a centralized and real-time hazard reporting system. Currently, we have platforms like the MyJalan app, but public awareness is low, response are slow, and authorities are not well connected. Because of this, many road hazards like potholes are left unrepaired, leading to serious accidents. So we suggest a new system that uses GPS tag report, AI analysis, and live CCTV monitoring to detect and respond dangerous road conditions quickly. The system should also send update back to the user to build trust and encourage more reporting. The idea is inspired by South Korea, where the Korea Expressway Corporation used smart traffic system to monitor and repair road in real time. So if Malaysia adopt this system, we can prevent more accidents and improve public confidence in road safety. Secondly, we propose that Malaysia should make OSHI certification and continuous training mandatory for all commercial driver and vehicle maintenance workers. At the moment, many drivers are not properly trained in safety, fatigue management, or emergency procedure. This increases the risk of accident caused by human error or mechanical problem. We can learn from Germany, where all commercial drivers must have a certificate of professional competence. This includes safety training, regular refresher courses, and strict legal requirements for both driver and employer. If Malaysia adopt a similar approach, we can reduce driver-related accidents, build a more professional workforce, and improve overall transport safety. Lastly, we recommend using public-private partnership to improve road safety infrastructure. Due to limited government funding, road maintenance and safety upgrades are often delayed. So, we suggest that private companies such as logistics firm, insurance provider, or tech company can help build more high-grade rest area, install smart road safety sensor, or sponsor road safety campaign. So, this approach is already working in Australia, where private firm co-fund rest stop and smart road system through the National Road Safety Strategy. So, if Malaysia adopt this strategy, we can build safer, smarter road faster, while also encouraging companies to take more responsibility for public safety.
In conclusion, the transportation industry in Malaysia is still facing serious safety problems such as poor road condition, vehicle breakdowns, and driver fatigue. These issues have caused injuries, death, and emotional effect on individuals, families, and organizations. Although Malaysia already has systems like Majalan and OSHA laws, they are not used effectively because of low public awareness and weak enforcement. That is why it is important to improve law enforcement, increase the use of petrol car on roads, and make OSHA training and certification compulsory for drivers and maintenance workers. It is also helpful to involve private companies through partnership to improve road safety facilities. In the end, road safety is not only the government's responsibility but requires teamwork from everyone. With better awareness, education, and cooperation, we can reduce accidents and make our roads safer for all.